based on the patterns that you've seen in history and elsewhere in the world where liberation movements came into power and the amount of time that they usually stay in power, how do you predict the future of the ANC?
Normally, actually, if we compare ourselves with what governments where liberation movement dominated, normally around the 30 years mark, it's kind of the MC, most of them implodes and most of them go out of government. So the ANC is very lucky with his 40% if you were still being government. Normally they would be, the ANC should be out of government. It's just that you don't have a kind of coherent opposition bloc to get them out. But this is normally because what happens if you're a liberation movement, often people vote for liberation movements based on the past, based on the history in the liberation struggle, and not on the present performance. Now, when voters in a democracy vote based on the past, they really give the governing parties a free pass. And there's no incentives from governing parties to do anything because they know the voters always can vote for them based on the past, not on the present record. And normally that can go on for quite a while until two things happen, which is happening in South Africa now. One, enough of the voters stop voting based on the past, on present, because they're feeling the pain of the lack of accountability, high unemployment, poverty, countries are unsafe. So a lot of them then break and start voting for the opposition parties. I think we're there now. And then secondly, often when a new generation of voters arise, like in South Africa now, a large number of our voters were actually born after 1994 or they were little during the apartheid, so they don't have, they don't look at the ANC as a glorious liberation movement. They look at the ANC as a very flawed governing party. So they're unlikely to vote for the ANC. So that's normally that sort of 30-year mark. So we now at the 30-year mark, and that is why we see the outcome. I mean, I think for the ANC's future, this may be the beginning of the end of the ANC as a political party. I think even in a government of national unity, whatever choice the ANC make, if they go for prosperity coalition with a multi-party charter group, there's going to be backlash. If they go for the doomsday scenario with EFF or MK, there's also going to be a backlash. And I think at some point, because of whichever choice they make, there may be a breakup of the ANC. It may not be immediate, but over the next few months or year.
Thank you so much, Professor Gumede.
Thank you.